Hiya, it's YouTube Monday. Hi, Donna Burney here, founder and creator of My Simple Purpose. Knocking out the nonsense, finding ways to create more joy and live with more of your genuine, heartfelt purpose. Yeah, it's been one crazy week. Last week we talked about overwhelm and underwhelm. Don't have to tell you all the crazy things that are going out in the world. I don't even know all of them, but it's definitely a peace challenge. So no matter where you stand, welcome to the human race. And I say, please find compassion for anyone that you come in contact with. Stand your ground, of course, but find peace. My goodness. Overwhelm. So we talked last week about that, and I believe I said, are you overwhelmed or are you overwhelmed, or something like that? What I meant to say was, are you overwhelmed or are you underwhelmed? Because a lot of times I find that I'm underwhelmed. And I thought about that the rest of the week after the last video, and looked at my calendar, and because that apparently is a place that I was definitely overwhelmed by my underwhelm, meaning I didn't have enough stuff written down on my calendar. And guess what happens when it's not there? Well, I was trained in a job in another life. I said, if you don't write it down, it didn't happen. Well, if you don't write it down, it may not happen. So, anyway, so that's what I thought about. And I thought about, well, what solution, how can I, that's kind of like a lot of nonsense can sneak in when there's nothing on the calendar. I'm sitting here glancing down at this calendar. So there's still more things that need to go on it. That was actually May that I showed you. I must be in an underwhelm for a long time. Well, sometimes, it's like you're going through transitions, and a lot of us are going through different transitions. I think we're always either coming out or going into some kind of a transition. So let's see what comes up talking about that. So what did I did write a lot of things. I see that I did start writing a lot of things on there, but I also noticed that the things that help me to keep my peace and to stay centered and in a flow of some semblance so that I can be of purpose and service to myself and to others, are not on the calendar. They're not even on there. They used to get put on there. Okay, used to lives back there somewhere. So, things like working out. Oh, and by the way, I did just do the 7-minute workout challenge. I started it back again because I let that go. It wasn't on the calendar. I noticed I write things on a whiteboard so that they're in front of my face, so they're in mind, inside in mind. And one of the things on there is to work out. All right, so I have a friend, Janine, she's on my Facebook page, but she's doing a daily 7-minute workout challenge for the month of June. Who knows, Janine, maybe you will do it in July too. I've started again today, and I just finished it actually before I got on here to do this video. Yes, so what things needed to be on there to help me keep my peace and my emotional, mental state, and the physical. Let's see, what else? My spiritual practice. I mean, I just I have a pretty good habit of that in the morning. That's something that I do. It doesn't take long, and I'll put that back on the calendar if I start to slip or whatever. Maybe I'll just put it on there anyway. But other things like the business group. A thing that we do on Mondays. not every Monday. I think it's every third Monday or something. See, I'm not even sure it's not on that calendar. I have the stickies, all these stickies over here that I need to put on the calendar. So I did start to do that. Let's see what else. So let's see, working out, time for family. I have that blocked off, and I usually block off a certain time a month to give, like to volunteer and stuff like that. That's not on there either. Well, the one big thing is, all right, scheduling time to connect with people. Like I had this thing, the tier that I learned from my business coach. Tiers, 1 through 5. 1 being tier 1, like tier 1 friends, tier 1 partners, tier 1 places, tier 1 things. All right, so those would take time to develop. But if I don't have them on my calendar, I may not be developing them in the way that is going to serve myself and them. It might not, it may never happen. It might just be, I might just keep saying, oh, well, I'll do that next week. I'll do that next week. No, if it's not on the calendar, I'm not going to be thinking, I don't buy into that anymore. Oh, if this, then, when this happens, then I'll be happier. Or when this happens, things will fall into place. No. Do not fall into that abyss. Abyss? Not so sure it's an abyss. But anyhow, I guess it could become an abyss. All right, so I guess that's where it went today, guys, is calendar. If I'm saying yes to something, then I'm saying no to something else. So is that on my calendar? What I said yes to, is it on my calendar? Because if it's not on my calendar, I might be saying no to it when I wanted to say yes to it, right? So scheduling downtime for myself, that's very important. Do I have that on there? No. I think I've just been taking a lot of downtime and then just sitting. Like I found myself a couple of times this week just sitting in this chair right here that I'm in and just doing that, which there's value in that too, but it was because I didn't know what I was doing next. Like, oh, well, I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs or something. Or what really starts to happen is I start to get involved and distracted by all the things that are around me. The fun. They can be fun things, but it's like busy work. Oh well, I'll clean that now, or I'll go do I'll do some laundry. Did I say that was fun? Anyway, the stuff we get distracted. The stuff we get distracted with. I haven't been I have not been distracted by Facebook or any other kind of social media, really. I've been spending some time on it, but I really have not been wasting time on that. Now, I have been staying up too late watching some series things or whatever. Anyway, that may be too much information for you. So if I'm not scheduled, I'm not saying that I want to schedule every single thing. All I'm saying is that I have noticed that I am underwhelmed. I am overwhelmed by my underwhelm. If it's on the calendar, then I'm going to remember to go to the meeting. the meeting. If it's on the calendar, then I'm going to connect with friends that I am building relationships with that I feel are tier 1 relationships. So build your tier 1 relationships. It takes time. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It will. And I'm going to get back to putting things on my calendar. I'm going to go back there and I'm going to do it right now when I get finished here. Well, after I post this video. I'm going to make sure that I at least take all the sticky notes that I have over here and write them down so that I don't miss the next thing, and I can learn that new app that I wanted to work on, and schedule that that power plants class. Schedule that, yeah. So that's coming up. And I will tell you, any of those that have been following my sprouting, is I am going to start, my plan is to start again with the onion sprouts tomorrow. Those onion sprouts are a little more finicky. They're real small, so you gotta make sure that you don't miss a rinse on them, or they will go fuzzy on you, and you will have to throw them in the trash or in the compost or something. That's interesting, in the compost. I wonder if they would start growing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start those again. Mom and I have been eating the broccoli sprouts, and they've been good. I did not eat all the pea sprouts. They were a little bit grassy for me, but other people who tried them liked them. I had them in the store, and people trying them. So, blah, 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 blah. What did I want to say? Okay, so starting the onions tomorrow. So be looking out for that if you're interested in following that. Look at your calendar. Make some connections. Please make sure you have some downtime for yourself, some personal care time, and some movement. Get some movement in. I'm certainly not here to tell you to start exercising, but I'll tell you, it really helps me, because I need to have some of that personal time to make sure I'm drinking my water and planning some food that I'm going to eat for the week. I want to get better with that as well, but I kind of know what I'm going to do this week. All right. Take care. Have a great evening. And I will see you next Monday. And I hope that something that I chatted about, I hope that it helps. And I hope it made sense. So if it didn't, at least maybe you got a smile out of it. All right. I love you guys. And I will look forward to connecting with you this week, and if not, one Monday again. All right. Love y'all. Bye.